Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is the 22nd of January today, and that means it is just about time to get into the full swing of seed starting for the garden season. So I have made one seed order so far that my mom actually graciously purchased for me because she loves me growing things for her. And she told me I had a $100 limit, and somehow I managed to spend $99.99. Like, actually, $99.99. Here is the list of things that I got. I don't remember exactly how many I ordered, but I have everything I ordered plus 3 free seed packets as like a gift for, I think it's every 10 packs of seeds you get a free seed pack. So I have a little bit more than 30 packs of seeds based on the amount of free seed packs I have. So I just wanted to show you guys everything I got seed-wise, and then I also recently bought some new indoor houseplants. It's a little bit redundant, indoor houseplants, but you know what I mean. Some houseplants, some indoor plants, some aesthetically pleasing plants rather than plants that I want to eat. Walmart just put out their first big shipment of decorative indoor plants for the season, and I just could not deny them. Some of them, it's the beginning, so some of them are still looking good. And they actually had a good variety of options. So we're going to start with the seeds, and first we are going to do beans. So I got 2 kinds of beans. We got dragon's tongue bush beans and purple teepee beans. Both of these are pole variety of beans, so they will grow like a vine and continue to produce, whereas bush varieties produce all of their flowers and beans at once. You harvest them and then they stop producing for the season. So 2 varieties of pole beans. We got a few varieties of root crops. A couple carrots first. We got the Lila Lusang carrot, which is a orange on the inside and really dark deep purple on the outside. Then the coral carrot, which is supposed to be like a 4 to 6 inch long, 2 inch wide, just regular orange carrot. Then we got one type of radish. It is purple plum radish. My mom really likes radishes, so she requested those. My mom also tried beets. Raw beets, not pickled. She's only ever had pickled before until last October at the Fall Harvest Festival at Baker Creek. They had some samples laid out of some different vegetables that they grow, and beets was one, and she tried some raw beet and she actually really liked it. So she also requested some Detroit dark red beets. We picked out those for her. And then one type of red onion. I already have a white onion and a yellow onion, but my mom really likes raw red onion on like burgers and salads and things like that, so for mom. Next we can do herbs. For herbs I got rosemary. The variety is rosy, and rosemary is a perennial herb, so basically once I get this plant established, it'll continue to grow back every year. We've got Chinese chives. This is also a perennial, so once I get this established, it'll grow back every year. And then we've got German chamomile. I wasn't sure if I should include this in the herbs or in the flowers, but I'm gonna use it kind of as both. So I put it in the herbs just in case you guys didn't realize that it can be used as an herb. You can make teas out of this. It's very sweet and fruity. I've actually never had chamomile tea with fresh chamomile, only like from a tea packet, so I'm really excited to try that. And that is all for the herbs, for now at least. Then we have green leafy things. We've got a lettuce. It is Gustav's salad lettuce, and the description just sounded really nice online, and they featured it in their seed catalog this year, so I went ahead and picked that up. And then we have green Chinese cabbage. It's the Hilton Chinese cabbage. I already have one type of Chinese cabbage, and it just doesn't grow very well for me. The leaves are very sparse and prickly, and it has never produced a head, so I just thought maybe that's not a good variety for where I live, and I picked up this one. All of the green leafy things for now. Then we've got 2 varieties of tomatoes. We've got the Martino's Roma tomato. I didn't have any Roma tomato varieties, and I would like to try and make my own tomato sauce this year, so I picked up this variety of Roma. And then we have Orange Hat Dwarf Tomato, which is only supposed to stay about the size that it is in the picture and produce quite a few little tomatoes, as you can see. It says, the extra dwarf bush plants grow just 6 to 9 inches tall, but produce oodles of tiny orange orbs bursting with fruity sweetness, perfect for growing indoors or on the patio, or as an edible ornamental in beds, borders, or mixed containers. So lots of uses for that. My mom loves tomatoes, I love tomatoes, and also my mom really loves miniature things. So miniatures, tomatoes, mix it together, mom's happy. Alright, those are the only 2 tomato varieties I ordered right now. My mom does have a few more picked out that she would like, but I don't need to start my tomatoes for another few weeks, so I waited to put those on the second order. So now we have one pepper variety. It is the Lesia pepper. I've seen quite a few people grow this over the past couple years, and it seems to do really well for people in my area and not in my area. So that's supposed to be good pepper. The biggest section with like the most seeds that I ordered of one type, well not one type, but one group, is all flowers. So we have 10 of the upwards of 30 seed packets that I ordered were different kinds of flowers. So I better love these, and I do plan on starting a lot of these to sell them at the Tulip Festival, which is hosted by Baker Creek, which is where these seeds are from. So I think it'll be really cool that people will be able to be at the Tulip Festival at Baker Creek buying plants grown from seed from Baker Creek. So I just think that'll be entertaining, and people really like flowers, so they're for me in my personal garden, but also to sell them as plants. So first flower we have is the Apricot Lemonade Cosmos. It's kind of a peachy tan around the outside, and it goes to a darker pink in the middle with yellow pollen in the center, and it's just gorgeous. I've never grown Cosmos, so that'll be fun. Then we have Wanda Mixed Color Primrose, and to me this just looks like you took all the colors and saturated them as much as possible and put them in a flower. They're just so vibrant. I had to get them. And then another primrose, this one's called Victoriana Gold Lace Black. So it's yellow to white around the outside, very edges, and then a very dark brown purple color that almost looks black for the majority of the petals, and then fades back to yellow in the middle with white pollen. Those are crazy. I love those, and I think the flowers themselves are very small, so that'll be cute. I'm just now realizing that I went with a very orange color palette for my flowers this time, but that's okay, I'm fine with that. Next is zinnias, and we all know I love zinnias. We have 4 kinds. The first is Queen Lime Orange. The Queen Lime series of zinnia has been very popular the last few years, and I have fallen trapped to it, so Queen Lime Orange zinnias. Then we have Peppermint Stick zinnias, which maybe this is weird, but I'm weird, so it's fine. To me, these look like somebody got hurt with a knife near some flowers, and the flowers got covered in human goo. So that's why I really like these. Not because they look like candy canes, which I think is what people are supposed to think, but you know, I'm weird, so these are like the death zinnias almost to me, and I think they're gorgeous. The next one we got is Queen Lime Blush, very similar to the Queen Lime Orange, but with more of a pink and orange tone more of a pink and yellow tone rather than the orange. And then last we got Aztec Sunset zinnias, which just seems to be a good mix of different red, white, yellow, and orange colorations. I got one variety of nasturtium. They're called Orchid Flame, and they are a mixture of yellow, light red, dark red, and some white, and I think those are amazing. and nasturtiums really readily seed, so you can seed save from them really easily. And then these last two are like one-off kinds of flowers that I've never heard of anyone growing before. In fact, I've never heard of either of these before in general. This is Bells of Ireland, and these green things are actually like leaves, and the flowers are the white things in the middle. So it says, annual, cultivated since 1570, tiny white flowers in a very showy green bell-shaped calyxes, great cut flowers, fresh or dried. So those are cool. I guess they grow like kind of like snapdragons, like in a tower with just a bunch of different flowers around the outside. And last but not least, another flower I've never heard of until I saw it in the catalog and ordered it is Love in a Mist, Midnight Nigella. And this is a very purple, and on the website it actually showed really blue tinted and hued versions of this flower. And I think it just is super cool. It says, deep purple blooms suspended above a misty tangle of foliage make for a dramatic effect in the garden. After the petals drop, a unique, softly spiked seed pod is left in its place, perfect for everlasting arrangements. Plants average 12 inches high and 24 inches wide and bloom from spring to summer. So it's very rare to see actually purple or actually blue colored anything in a garden. They're like the two rarest colors naturally occurring in nature, so I just thought those would be cool. So those are all of the ones that I ordered by choice, and then like I said, they give you free seed packets for every certain amount of seed packets you order. So of the free seed packets, we got Genovese basil, of which I already have from them and grows great. I'll be using more of it this year, so can't ever have too much of that. And then we got Merlot lettuce. I also already have this seed variety from them. I think 2 packs of it, but can never have too much lettuce because those two are things that you use a lot of seeds for. And the last one is the datil, I would say datil pepper. It says 100 days blazing hot, blunt little 3.5 inch fruit, ripens to brilliant orange yellow, vicious heat, and a complex fruity flavor. I like spicy, so I'm willing to try that. So there are all the seeds that I ordered from Baker Creek this first time, and I will probably make one more order from Baker Creek before spring arrives, and maybe another order from Botanical Interest or MI Gardener, depending on what each of them have at the time that I want to place my order. So my seed collection is getting very large. Oh, and I also wanted to show you guys that I always love Baker Creek's packaging. This is like, it looks like an old like newspaper article clipping, and it's all just, it says different information about each of the different varieties. It has it on the back too. I just didn't show you that side because, you know, privacy and whatnot, but these are gorgeous, and I tend to hang these up on my wall. Those 2 things right here, this and this, are envelopes that I got from Baker Creek that just had such nice art that I couldn't throw them away. I just couldn't. Okay, those are all of the seeds for now. Let's move on to plants. And for the plants, I am going to not show myself and move over in front of this light so you can have better lighting on the plants as I show them to you. So this one is one that I picked out. It is a nicely variegated little plant. It is called, the tag says, "Hi there, friends." Or, "Hi there, friends call me Camille. My full name is Dieffenbachia maculata." So I don't know what Dieffenbachia maculata is, but I guess it's this. It says, "I'm from Brazil. It needs medium light," and then has some care instructions on the back. And I do think I may be able to propagate this into multiple plants, and it does have a few roots coming out of the bottom and is starting to wrap around the pot, so I will have to repot this fairly soon, as well as I'm going to clean the leaves on all of the plants at the same time as I repot them. So there's that one. This little guy There's no way I'm gonna be able to say that. Gymnocalycium? Gymnocalycium Myanovici EL 3-inch grafted cacti. So, imagine a kaleidoscope of colors radiating from your windowsill. So they had a bunch of different colors of these. They had red, orange, yellow, some green ones, a pinkish one, but we really liked it's like orange and yellow kind of mixed together, and one of our little, as you see there, one of our little cactus ball tops fell off while we were checking out at Walmart, and I kept it instead of leaving it on the floor because, one, I didn't want like someone to step on it or something, and two, I thought maybe I could root this. I'm not sure how cactuses work. I'm not very well versed in the world of cacti, but maybe this will grow into another cactus. I guess we'll find out because I'm gonna try. And the last of the baby plants is this little guy. It's called it just says angel plant. Exotic angel grown by Costa Farms. But it says, "Hi there, friends call me Florida Beauty. My full name is Dracanae Godseffiana. Dracanae Godseffiana. I'm from the Canary Islands, medium light," and then, like I said, has some grow information on the back. So this is what this one looks like. It's got a spotted variegation and has very papery-like leaves. They're pretty thick. My cat has already chewed on this one, so I guess he likes the texture of this. That's why there's some issues on the leaves there. He was chewing on them. So that's this one. And like I said, all of these are going to be repotted and the leaves will be cleaned. Now I have 3 not so baby plants. This one, my love bug picked out. He said he likes the little spiky thing down here, and I said, "You like that it looks like it's growing from a pineapple?" And he said, "Yes, exactly." So this one comes in a self-watering pot, which I may or may not leave it in, because it does have a nursery pot on the inside, so it'll kind of just act for me as a water drip catchment, because I'm going to have this in my living room. And this is called a sago palm or a sago palm, I'm not sure. Cycas revoluta. It's basically a miniature palm tree, you guys. I don't know how big it'll get, but it's miniature for now. This was, I didn't tell you the prices on the other ones. This guy was $15, and each of these little guys was like $4.97, so rounded up, they were each $5. The next big plant is this guy. It has polka dots all over it, and there are definitely multiple plants in this pot. There's 3 stakes in it. This one's also grown by Costa Farms. This one is called a polka dot begonia maculata. And this is one that I picked. I really love this one, and I know for a fact that I can turn it into multiple plants, and I'm always on the lookout for that. It also had multiple new leaves growing on it. I accidentally knocked one off, but it still has this one with another baby on it, and this little baby here, and this is a little baby leaf growing, and I love the elongated leaves like that. And for a minute, I didn't believe Walmart. I thought that these were painted on, because sometimes they'll paint succulents and cactuses and stuff. And I was like, if they painted these polka dots on there, but I scratched one of them and it scratched into the leaf, so I actually hurt one of the leaves. But I had to know if they were real polka dots or not, guys. Come on. I mean, even though it's called a polka dot begonia or whatever, I don't trust Walmart, you guys. Are you serious? It's a lot more green than it's seeming right here. It looks really yellow. I think it's because of the light. I'm going to show you over here. This is more of what it looks like to me. Oh, and the underside of the leaves is red. So that's really cool. So that's actually more of what it looks like. This is the last big plant. I moved the angle because the colors weren't coming through properly. So this one is called a Calathea, and it is also grown by Costa Farms, whatever. And it has at least 3 potential plants in there for me to propagate if I wanted. And the underside of the leaves is a really pretty dark, like maroon purple color. And then the top side of the leaves have this, I don't even know how to describe that. It's like dark green on the outside with like a feather of light green and then light and dark green stripes in the middle. That looks gorgeous. It looks like somebody painted this. This looks like a fake plant, but it's not. And I love the way the leaves unroll like this. That is so gorgeous. I'm definitely going to propagate that into multiple plants. This one is also $15. This polka dot one is in a ceramic pot, and it was $20. Okay guys, that's all of the plants and seeds that I had to show you for today. In total, on all 6 of these plants, we spent $65. I was only going to buy 1 or 2, and then my love bug was like, okay, which other one do you want? Which other one do you like? Now which one do you like? I was like, are we on a plant shopping spree? What's going on? And he was like, I want more indoor plants. Okay, I'm not going to say no to more indoor plants. So there's the beautiful babies for today. I don't want this video to be terribly long, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for coming along. I really appreciate you guys being here. I am so excited to get into the swing of seed starting season, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one.